Hi, this is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. How do you book loads in bad times? If the market rates are down, if there are not that many loads on the load boards, how do you actually book loads? How do you act? And how do you even negotiate? Can you even negotiate? I went through several bad times, bad trucking times, crisis, whatever you wanted to call it, like recession and house markets when they went down. So I went through all that, and then I remember all those times, and then even like 2 years ago. When we had all those shutdowns, no one wanted to give out loads. No one wanted to do anything, and then the loads were very hard to book. And now I have a feeling that we are going into the same thing. I'm not trying to alarm anyone. I just want everyone here to be prepared, to know what to do in situation like this. And then even if that doesn't turn out to be true, even better, okay? But at least we can prepare for it. So I don't want to go into why. I mean, everyone sees what's going on in the world with the fuel prices, with the markets and the rates. So I just have a feeling that we are gonna have some tough times ahead. No matter what some other people on YouTube might be saying, like that the truck rates are skyrocketing, exploding, and whatnot. I just don't see that to be true. Okay. So regular loads on load boards, the markets are not going up. Maybe if someone has some loads that, like contracts or dedicated loads or something, other industry, something unusual, then that's different, okay? But what we do here mostly is we get loads off of the load boards from brokers, and then we've seen the trends, okay? We all seen what's going on. So how do you act in times like this, okay? So first, I would suggest to everyone to start early. When most people are sleeping, you start early, at least at, if everyone else is starting at 8, and that's kind of like common practice in trucking industry, why don't you start at 7? Just you can post your trucks, you can be ready, you can already call a few loads before 8 o'clock, and then meantime you can catch up on other things that like back office, things, something like that. You can catch up on everything meantime while you're looking for loads. And then when 8 o'clock, when those dials go to 800, then you're ready because everyone is going to be posting loads and calling, and you don't have to think about anything else, like your other chores, bills to pay, invoices, whatever, you do when you're not dispatching. And then you can focus on dispatching only, okay? Another thing is stay late, when everyone's going home at 5, then you look at least for 30 minutes after that, because usually brokers will at that time will start posting loads for the next day, and then even if they were not able to cover something and they want, they need like a truck first thing in the morning, then they will start calling around. If they see that you have a posted truck, they might even post trucks, and then you can grab some loads that way. And then now you have a more relaxed atmosphere, because we'll talk about that. You want, when you call a broker and when you negotiate, you want everyone to be relaxed. What does that mean, to be relaxed? Well, it means that the broker is not getting a lot of phone calls at that time. Usually if you post a load and there are no loads around, everyone will jump on the phone and start calling the same load, and then you're probably not going to be the one that gets that load. It's a very slim chance. But then in this case, no one is calling them. They don't feel the pressure of booking the load right away for whatever the price they wanted to. This way you can probably even negotiate with them, and then ask about the load, ask about the broker, things like that. So that's another thing. When you see a load posted, you have to look at that monitor like a hawk, because if you do something else and load comes up, then if you don't call within 2 seconds, you can say goodbye to that load. So when you see a load that goes on the load board, you are ready. You call that load right away. You don't look like if you don't know, you probably don't know the pickup city where it is or delivery city. You don't know the miles. No, you don't have to know. You just call the broker. You see that load come up, see the load number, the phone number. Grab the phone and call it right away. Don't wait for anything. And then meantime, while you're waiting for someone to answer, now you can, you have a headset or maybe do this. And then while you're waiting, then real quick, you type in the destination city and the pickup city, and then you can see where it is and how many miles it is, so you know whether you want to book it or not. So you don't waste any time, anything like that. You can even maybe text the driver instead of calling the driver, because if you call the broker and then you can hear in the background they have all these phones ringing, and they're like, yeah, I have this load, and that they are in rush to cover. They feel the pressure, and I don't understand it. Like if you are a broker or you're selling a load and you are receiving 20-50 phone calls for one load, no one is forcing you to give the load right away. No one is rushing you. Okay, the load is not going to go away. You're going to cover it. One of these people, I understand if they don't want to negotiate, because now they are in a position where they can just sell the load for whatever the money they're offering. They're not going to even raise it $1 because they don't have to. Because they know someone is going to take that load. But there is no need for them to act like that, like they are under pressure just to book the load right away. Like, my phone's ringing, my phones are on fire. So what? Okay, so what? Just let them ring, put them on hold or whatever. If I was the first one to call you, I'm probably going to take that load, okay? If I don't take it, someone else will take it. So there is no pressure on you if you're a broker, just, cover the load normally. But then you, as a dispatcher, when you call the load and then you hear that that's what's going on, that they're under pressure, then you act quick, okay? You don't ask for too many questions. I mean, you can ask all you want. You can ask, like, where is it picking up, what's the product, what's the weight, and all, like, crucial info. Of course, you have to know that. But, asking, like, the company name and how can we get there earlier, and this or that. No, you don't ask that. Just book the load, get the load. And then when you get the rate confirmation and then you see that something is off, then, it's easy for you to cancel, okay? And then of course, you have to give them a legit reason to cancel. If it's like scrap and they didn't tell you, then, you just cancel because it's scrap. You don't do scrap. And, they'll cover it with someone else. They're not going to mind, probably. But I'm just saying that, book the load right away. Don't wait for anything. Don't book something just to book it, okay? You have to, have that kind of judgment, like intuition, to see whether this is a good load or not. If everything checks out, just don't ask too many questions. Get the load, okay? So that's another thing. Another question that comes up is like, can we even negotiate? Well, you be the judge of that. If you see, when they speak to you, that their wording, the phrases that they're using, when they say something about the price, then if they tell you, I'm selling this load is $1,000, and that's it, then they're probably not going to go up. Or if they say, I've covered the last 5 loads for $1,000, do you want it? Okay, yes or no. You don't want it? No, fine. You want it, take it. But if they say something like, we'll usually cover it for this, and then I could probably do this or that, then you can sense that they're open to negotiation, and then you can just politely ask them for more. You don't say anything like, give me $500 more, or I'll take it for that, otherwise I won't. No, just tell them, hey, sir, ma'am, do you think you could do $200 more for tolls or for fuels? The fuels are going up, or my driver asked me to ask, and then they're gonna say, well, maybe I could do like $100 more. So just be polite. Now in these kind of times, and everyone acts like that, even us as dispatchers or carriers, when brokers call us, and there are a lot of loads out there, the rates are great, and they call us, and then we are in position to negotiate, and we can tell them, hey, I don't want the load, like, and just say, yeah, no, I'll pass. Okay, but now they are in position to do that. Like, you tell them, I need $200 more. Some of them will just hang up on you, and to me that's just low, because the wheels keep turning. I mean, in a month or two or a year, they're gonna be in this position, and it's just gonna come back at them. But yeah, they will do that. A lot of these people will just hang up on you, or like laugh in your face, or just like be very arrogant. But that's on them. That's if that's how they want to act. It's fine. But you will get a lot of that, and we just have to go through it. And again, I'm just saying this, if this happens. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I just have a feeling that everything kind of leads into that direction, unless something major happens with the markets, in the world, in the trucking industry. Then we can all go back to lower fuel rates, or maybe higher freight rates. Okay, so these are just a few tips that I had for you, and then like the video as usual, come back for more, and I'll see you around.